Good. You rotate over. Nice shot. Okay, at this point, you probably should have rotated already. Because Sean's already pushed in here, and no one else is pushed out. So they're probably backed up already. Okay, your teammate's fighting earlier. Like, here. It's a nice kill. Once you hear the fighting, like going ramp, you shouldn't go this way. Just go straight down the ramp to get there as fast as possible. And I see purple fighting. Like purple's fighting right now. You gotta just like book it straight to him to help him. There's no reason for you to walk here. Yeah. And if you were staying back here in case they were pushing, you should have your crosshair here. So either like stop baiting him, or like if you're expecting them to push, keep your crosshair here. But they shouldn't be pushing here. You would hear it. So. Okay, there's no reason to go all the way, like the long way around in a pistol round when you guys have no kits. Just go with your team. You have two other people going ramp. Just go with the numbers. Cause at this point you're gonna be way too late. Yeah, this is actional. Yeah, just yeah. Okay. Okay, so I don't particularly like pushing on an equal round when you know they're half buy or saving and you have guns. Nice. Good. Nice. Okay. No need to pull your nade out this early. Like you're pulling it out like here. You can have your knife out earlier and just. Just so like you could be here by now already with your like you would have smoked and been here already holding, but you're just late and they could have already like started pushing up, right? The timings matter a bit when you're playing ramp, so like you don't want to waste your time keeping a nade out and yeah. Grenade out. Okay. So you hear him running around. So at this point you know he's coming, right? You can hear him running. Just stop and just aim. You don't need to keep walking. Also, you're holding W and D, like going like diagonally straight, like this. That makes it harder for you to counter strafe. Just go A. Like if you want to peek it, it's fine. You probably shouldn't peek it because he can just walk into you. But if you do peek it, just do AD, AD. No reason to press W and D. Like if you go forward as you're peeking, then like you're more likely to lose than someone who's just going AD, AD. Like see for him, he was going straight left and he just to strafe back, right? But for you, in order to like counter strafe, you have to since you're going WD, you have to counter strafe by pressing A and S. It's a lot harder. Okay, your teammate's pushing into hut. Just go with him. You already have someone watching the door. Yeah. Like you're just baiting Sean right now. You're not doing anything. The door's closed, so like you don't need to look here. Again, you're still Sean's in here. This door's closed still. I don't think there's any reason for you to both hold this closed door. Why'd you go down? Someone watching outside? Yeah, Ryan's got outside. They can't be secret. You know there are lots in lobby. You just heard them. I don't know why you went down.
Deploying smoke shield.
Oh, maybe you thought they went ramp? Okay. Okay, so you know they're not close, right? Your teammate just got killed hell here. So at this point you should know you can push out and get a better spot. he's right here. He's wasting your time doing nothing. You know he's not gonna ramp, but you could have been like in a way better spot. Okay, unlucky whiff. Again, pulling it out a little early, but it's fine. But yeah.
Flashbang.
The flash is just useless, to be honest. You're just wasting a flash, not doing anything with it. Okay, also, if they push through the smoke, it's advantageous for you. You don't want to just molly behind the smoke if you don't hear like a shit ton of flashes and shit and stuff, right? The whole point of throwing the smoke is so that you have an advantageous spot to hold it, right? So if you hold this smoke, you have a better, you have a much, you have a much higher chance of killing this guy than he does killing you, because he can walk through the smoke and kill you. So I wouldn't molly there and save your molly. Because look, at this point, at a minute 25 in the round, you have no more util to stop any ramp rushes or to help yourself, right? You have no flash. You threw the flash in the smoke, and you threw the molly right after the smoke, where you could hold the smoke.
I'm throwing a flashbang. Deploying flashbang. Laying down smoke.
Alright, also stop slow peeking these angles. You can just like swing and then get close and swing this angle. You walking like if he went back here and just started holding you, you're walking into the angle, right? Let's go back. So like here, you're kind of peeking, right? But then on the way back, right, if he came here now instead of holding you, you're just walking into the angle instead of peeking it. Makes it much easier for him to kill you. So just try to be more careful and aware of what you're slow peeking and yeah. Okay, again, you're slow peeking this angle. If he was holding here, you'd be dead. Could be here. Yeah. Nice. See, you heard him, so you're just holding, right? This we should have done in the second round. Or third round when he was pushing ramp on you. Nice. So you just swung out, like, with a D, not like WD. Just easy to kill. But yeah, nice round. Hate it.
Flashbang.
What's this flash for? And the molly is kind of useless. Like, if you wanted to molly this, it's fine, but you should do it after the smoke, or like right as the smoke fades, so that like it has a purpose. So if you molly this, that means you want to like make sure this is clear, right? But you can't because it's smoked off and it doesn't cover the whole trophy room. So yeah, just a lot of wasted util. The flash is kind of useless. Yeah. And I guess cross replacement, like if they were to walk through, you're not prepared at all. Try. Yeah. So you know they could be up. I would stop walking here and just hold the angle. Like they could have already been up, right? Like you have no one watching this. Like they could have had a timing to already push up. So it's a bit dangerous. You also hurt him. You walk into the angle again. It didn't punish you, but like if you heard him, right? You knew he was somewhere up here, right? Like just swing it properly. That's fine. No reason to swing this. Like if he had a teammate and he was there, like if he was to trade you, he would have already been here by now. No reason to expose yourself. Just bounce it off the wall if you want to molly this area, or just molly here, and you could fall back and then play at these angles. Because you're 1 HP, it's 3v3, you don't want to give your body away, but you're literally just giving your body away just by going out here. Because you know there could be multiple outside, right? They could have been down there. Um, yeah. It's really nice to safe. There's no missing body. Like body, they through here, wasn't here, going like here, right? There's no difference. In terms of what you're trying to do. Okay, so you hear the mini.
I burned it to the ground. Grenade.
Oh, unlucky.
I burned it to the ground.
Okay, so at this point, I think it's pretty obvious. You hear them, but they don't know where you are, right? If they knew where you were, they would have looked here. But you hear them throwing nades and stuff. You can just it's a pretty good sign you can peek. Um, like you don't hear them like running to peek you or anything. You hear them like running around like clearing other stuff. This is a pretty good time to peek you. If you wanted to play for a multi-kill, it's fine to wait. The problem with what you're doing here is you're waiting here up close to this vent, right? The problem with that is you can only see when they're here, right? Like when they're like almost this angle, right? Thing is, this guy can see you when he's here. Um, like you see, he can see the side of your body, um, but you won't be able to see him just based off how the angles work. Like look, he sees you at this point, but you don't see him, right? Just look at the difference because you're closer to the angle than he is, so he can see you. At this point, that's when he should know you're there and he's ready for you. Um, so since you're in this angle, like if you're in this angle, um, what you should do is try to find a timing to swing because of how close you are to this angle. It's not good for you to hold this angle here because of how close you are to this. Um, yeah. Yeah, this angle is just not good to hold. You either like sit back here and wait a bit, or just like swing. Um, but yeah, because you waited, it makes it so it's almost impossible for you to get a multi-kill. Yeah, keep going. Okay, peek for the smoke. Okay. Um, honestly, if you're an enemy and you heard the flash bop 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 like bouncing, it's like you also wouldn't get blinded by that, right? Okay, so you throw the smoke. If you wanted to go through this, you should either like right click so it barely bounces. I wouldn't go through this at all because if you die here, you lose ramp completely. You have no one else like behind you, right? And it just gives them a free entrance into lower. Yeah, and also you're not peeking when the flash goes off. You're peeking like a second after the flash. Yeah, just watch from their perspective, right? So they're here. Like, imagine you were the one holding. You wouldn't hold the middle of the smoke. You would hold the edge of the smoke, right? So you'd already like, yeah. So that's what he's doing, right? He should be holding the edge of the smoke. He hears this. Oh shit! Sorry, I'm really bad at this. He hears the flash, so he turns away. And look, the flash pops, and then he's sitting out like a second after. Um, yeah, you try to swing with the flash, and try to flash. Try to flash so that it doesn't make much noise before it pops. Or like you can do it so like purposefully flash so it bounces a lot, and then as it's about to flash, you can peek out because you know they're gonna be turned away because it's an obvious flash. Um, but yeah, you probably shouldn't peek in ramp that run anyways, but yeah. Probably ramp that I didn't pay. You're not gonna take it either. Probably not here. You got anyways, but also, you know they all have AKs from last round. There's no reason to buy head armor. Like you can sell the head armor, sell the nade, and buy molly flash instead or something. See, and the thing is, you're throwing the smoke, right? But you're not using the smoke. Like normally, the smoke is just for you to have an advantage. So if they did peek through it, you'd have the advantage. It's not like a molly that stops running through. Like they can just walk through whenever they want, right? As long as you're not pressuring, as long as you're not holding it, right? That's the whole point of smokes. Um, and again, you're walking into the angle, like WA, like this, like you're walking forward. Just swing it like with A and D. Good peek or good kill. And you're giving him a chance to. Okay, this is nitpicking. So after you kill the first guy, you should immediately go back, right? Because if he has his trader, he's gonna try to swing you wide, right? Um, and he'll have an advantage because he's swinging you, not you swinging him, right? But if you go back, he's gonna swing. He's gonna see you. Like if you were here at this point, right? He's gonna swing, and then you can start doing another swing, and then you'd have the Piku's advantage again. This game's all about who has Piku's advantage, but at this point, you're just in the middle of the open and not moving, like not going back. You're just going straight at him, which is easy for him with someone's Piku's advantage. Okay, you're playing with the Glock too early. You can keep Glocking up until this point here. That's fine. You're not pre-aiming anything. Like you're not pre-aiming where they could be here or up here. You're pre-aiming at nothing, which is why it's harder for you to aim. Like if you're pre-aimed up here, um, this should be a lot easier. But, yeah. Okay, flash is way too early. They can't even. Like, look, their outside player is still running here. Your flash is popping here. Or is it this one? Doesn't matter. Either way, it's way too early. It does nothing. You're just wasting the flash. Unlucky. Terrible timing. Wait, but see what you did again? You're pressing W again as you're walking. Like, if you wanted to keep watching this and you're aware of this, you can just press D against the wall. And if he peeks like this, it's a lot easier. You just counter strafe really easily. But because you're pressing D, it's harder for you. Again, way too early flashbang. They are not even good. First of all, it's too early. Second of all, it's too far. So even if they were like here, right? Um, like, it doesn't blind them at all. Okay, why are you walk? You know he's here. Just swing him normally. Don't walk into the angle. You know he's here. You heard him, right? I don't know how he didn't see you, but it's fine. You know he's here. Swing. Why are you still walking? You walk, walk, walk. Even as you're fighting him, you're walking still. And now you're walking again. There's no reason to walk here. They know you're here already. What's the point of walking? Okay. You see how you're clearing this? You're pressing W and A the whole time. You're not peeking the angle. If he was in any of the angles that you supposedly cleared, you'd be walking to them and he'd have a free headshot on you. Because he'd be pre-aiming you.
Throwing a flashbang.
Oh my god. Where are you looking? Where's your crosshair? There'll only be one place in this spot. Okay, I don't know how he doesn't kill you there. Works out. You have a smoke. Use the smoke earlier. Oh my god. Okay, you have the smoke. You should use it earlier. Also, this is. To be honest, there's nowhere. There's no way this plays ever, right? Um, like you have a smoke. You use a smoke at least once. Um, and again, you're still pressing. Like because you're walking up here. That's the thing. Whenever you're walking straight, like when you're pressing W and something, that's when you're most likely to get killed, right? And it seems like you're not putting yourself in a position where you can only AD, right? Like these angles here, boom, like AD the hut, AD the door, the side of the hut, the mini, right? You're walking in a straight line like this, putting yourself in a spot that could get killed. Like you can get peeked at any time. I'm sure you know that, but you're still doing it willingly. Even if you got all the way here, like, it's not a risk worth taking, because what if he peeked from heaven, right? You don't know if he could be heaven or mini. Again, okay, this one, make sure to buy Molly, use your money. Yeah, use your money, buy a Molly. Place the flash. No reason to walk here, to be honest. You're already throwing util here, you might as well just run, so you get here faster, because by walking, it gives him a chance to walk up to you. You heard the Molly, that's fine. But he could still be like getting close and you're still walking. You want to get to the spot as fast as possible because this is a spot good for you, right? But if you're still walking, again, if you get caught while walking, you're gonna probably more likely die. Okay, when you nade the smoke, try to minimize how long it can bounce, cause it gives away the element surprise. That's the whole point of nading it, right? So you can clear it, but you want to clear it like when you have an advantage. When if he was here and he heard the nade, he would just be watching the smoke anyways, and be being prepared for it. Nice. Good peek. See, I feel like when you peek, you're actually good, but you just walk a lot. Like you press W a lot. Honestly, if I were you also, once you got the kill, I would have just immediately ran straight and smoked this off and take ramp control, right? Imagine the pressure you create when once you kill that guy, they're forced to rotate to watch this angle, right? If you smoke this, you might be lower, right? And people are forced to go down vent, go down secret. You're putting so much pressure, but because you fell back, you're doing nothing here. You're taking no space at all. You're just waiting in the smoke, but you could have had all of ramp once you got the kill. So good kill, but you need to do something with the kill. Nice. Just go out. You heard you heard your teammate kill the guy on site. That's your sign to go. There's no reason to keep walking. Again, your teammate's already fully out. Why are you still here? Again, you're walking into the angle, right? Make sure you actually clear it, like clearing the angle. Um, Look, you got the kill. You're just sitting here still, right? And you're just walking into the angle. If you had a molly that round, like you had money to buy a molly but you didn't. If you had a molly that round, you could have mollied heaven, right? And that might have been the difference of the round. You won the round anyways, but like that's what I'm saying. Like buying util just gives you more chances, like more ways to win the round, right? Than using your body, you can win the round by throwing a molly. Again, wasted flash, stop throwing that flash. Okay, there's no reason for you to take this pathing. Like you should just run like straight behind them. There's no reason to like take your time. It's fine. Flash is not good. Why are you hugging the left side here and pulling your gun out here? Just keep running with your knife out up close to the right. Again, knife out still. Your teammates are so far ahead. again, you're pressing W while you're peeking. If you expect them to peek, just hold it, stand still, hold it, or you go on the side and it's like WA, right? But you don't want to be in a spot like in the middle here where he could peek you and you're still holding W. You want to be in a spot where like you're running, like walking this way, sure, but run it like fast. But you don't want to be in a position where you're like exposed and you're still running W. I mean, we're still pressing W. You aim. What are you aiming at? Aiming at the ground. Aiming at the ground.
Planted. I'm lighting it up. Throwing a grenade. Throwing a flashbang.
This angle's fine to hold, but it's very unlikely someone's gonna peek you like this, right? Like not many people peek like this. Most people peek from the bottom. So I would say like the high percentage chance is to hold this angle here and flick up, because if they're here, they can again if they're here they can swing, but if they're up here they can't really swing that easily, right? Like they'd have to like swing into the bracket here, which is not easy at all, and it's like yeah, but if they're down here, it's easier for them to swing. So this is the angle you should be holding it like this. Just a higher percentage chance of them being here. Also, you want to be in a spot where you're not easily, like if they came from here, you'd be dead, right? You're just putting yourself in an easy spot. You just hold an angle like this. That way you can also fall back easier if you do miss your first couple shots. Again, you get the angles by walking into them. Like you're just like, you know, just swing it, and you're not aiming at the right spots either. It's gonna be aim, right? Okay, you're walking. Like you just did a whole swing. They could have been here, up here, but you're just like walking to all those angles. Get his gun, get his gun. Hey, there's no reason for you to walk here. Like they know you're down here already. It doesn't matter if you walk or running. Right, now it's fine to like stay hit, but like when you just killed him, you should be running straight to get the gun, like or like straight forward. Okay, in this case it's actually good because they're above, so you want to limit the angle they can see you, right? So when they're here, you want to get under here as fast as possible so that it's harder. They have to expose more of their body to see you, but then they expose more of their body, then they're exposed to everyone else, right? So yeah, no reason to walk after you kill him, but it's a good kill. Okay, that flash is actually just outrageous. There's a distance at which flashbangs are useful, and then like at a certain point, there's like not effective even if they're looking directly at it because they're so far away. Okay. Nice. Safe just behind. Good. You're not pre-aiming anything, honestly. Like you should even if you're running, you should still be aiming at where they could be. Like there's no reason not to pre-aim at like head level. Like you should keep a habit just to keep aiming head level or wherever they could be. And if they were here, they would kill you. They'd be walking. Just like swing into the angles. It's like it takes almost no more time than just walking it. It's like swing, okay, walk up, swing, no, swing, and that's it. Versus just walking the whole entire way where they could kill you. Place the flash. Okay, two more. See, there's one guy there. You hear them single. Okay. Nice. So you hear there's two under you, right? You can hear that. Your team is fighting. What are you watching? They can't be door, because if they were door, they would see your teammate first, right? So there's no reason to keep watching door. Either watch control, but there's no reason to watch control because you heard two single, right? So you know there's two single, the other one's unknown, right? But once you hear his ramp, again, walking into these angles. No reason to start walking after you nade, you might as well. Yeah, if you're holding this is fine. You hear them door. Oh gosh, you hear them door. Look at door. Okay. It's probably a good reason. Probably good reason why not. You shouldn't just stand here to hold if you have no one holding door. Um, when you need a door, it's fine. Um, but you shouldn't just stay here. Um, yeah. Like you could try. Like you have so much time, you could have got here, and if, once you heard them, you could have pushed into here and make sure you just focus the one-on-one against the hut guy, right? But instead, you were stuck between two, right? You're trying to hold this because you expected someone to be hut, but they could be you could be seen from door. So just try to limit your angles. Like even if you're like here, right? It's still better. It's also more off angle. It's harder for them to notice that. Okay, maybe see it. Not really. Okay, it's OT. No reason not to buy full util. You can buy another flash from their molly. Okay, so the reason why you walk here is because you don't want to hear them, right? But they won't hear you here unless they're close, right? So if you're playing for someone might be close, you're not clearing it as if someone could be close. But you are, but like if they were here, you just walk into the smoke like this, right? Like if you, again, this comes back to this knowing what like peek the angles you intend on peeking, not like with intent, not just walking into all the angles. Okay, what's this flash? He's holding this angle. The only way that flash would be useful is if they were holding like up close. Because at this far back, the flash is not going to do anything. This is flash. Why? The only reason why you smoke secret is if you want to go like push mini, but it's way too early. You should smoke it later. They can't even be there that early. Okay, this molly, you're just throwing util just to throw util, but it's not useful util. This molly is not gonna do anything. Like even if it landed here, most people don't hold here. Like right, there's also invisible from garage. Most people hold from here, so this molly is absolutely useless. Yes. Lock into all the doors. Okay, don't buy head armor. They all have AKs and op. I'm not gonna buy Mac 1030. Okay, even if this flash landed inside, it's absolutely useless. You don't hear them running in the molly. What's the flash gonna do? You're not peeking with it either. If you wanted to peek it, you would throw it now, not when you're back here, right? Sorry. Oh, okay, that smoke's late. You saw them here. By the time the smoke lands, they could already be pushed up, like here, and the smoke would be useless. The smoke is way too deep. Just save the smoke, or like smoke like here, and fall back. You're staying way too long. They could already be getting pushed up here or here at this point. And you're putting yourself where you're just one and done. As a ramp player, if you just stayed alive, like you just held this angle, saw them pushing, then ran back, ran down here, the rounds 4v4 is still super winnable. But now they have all of B site because you're the only one watching ramp, and you just gave it for free with your life. Like if you fell back and stayed alive, you had a chance of winning this round because they're like they have to still watch out for you being somewhere in these angles, and they can't just rush it for free. So last round, you know for sure they all had AKs. You're buying head armor again. I usually buy head armor.
Hurry up.
Again, since you're a ramp player, you're giving them all the ramp for free. Like 1-for-1's not good enough for ramp. You can't put yourself in a spot like this where you can get traded out 1-for-1 super easily. Again, buying head armor, they all have AKs. And smoke is more useful than nade. Okay, let's go over some things we can improve. First of all, I see you guys breaking the glass. I recommend every round. Whoever doesn't have the best bond, they can just break the glass because it helps a lot with start rounds, I'll just throw flashes over here, like that. You can throw flashes like over here, like over that. That's like better, just not over here. Here, I'll show you. So for example, the flashes you were throwing, anything that lands past here is pretty much useless. Like if you land here, okay, if you're the CT, at a certain distance, it doesn't matter anymore how far it is, right? So like if I do this, rethrow, it like flashes me for like what 0.0 by full vision, right? So just because it's in sight doesn't mean it's like it's gonna flash. This has to be within a certain distance. So if you want to throw a flash, throw in here. Just tell your teammates to turn. It's not that hard. We just throw them over silo. Yeah. So when you're swinging outside, or just swinging in general, what you're doing a lot is you're walking like this, right? You're clear angles like this, right? W and D, W and D. That's not how you clear angles. Say you were to peek this way, right? What I would normally tell you to do is like this, or like if you're running towards it, you should do this, right? But what you should do, you should like pre-aim it and like peek it, right? So like by the time you swing, you're already at your full momentum, right? So you're stopping here. By the time you fully swing, that should be your fastest momentum. So it seems like the you know, it's like a fast peak, you know? It's like see them for half a second. Yeah, so it'll be pretty random, because I don't remember exactly everything that happened, but there was one round where, you were holding this, right? But you wanted to start pushing here, so you started holding W and D like this. Like you started going this, and then he swung you, right? You press W and D like that, and then he swung you. So it's harder to like counter strafe, right? But what I was saying is when you walk against the back of the wall, you don't want to be close to this, right? So you want to like still be like A and D, so you just press D along the wall, and then once you're done here, then you focus on pressing A, clearing these angles with A. Then once you're done clearing the angles, then you can start using W to get forward. Then just try to be mindful of when you're pressing W to peak, like when you're pressing here, don't press W and A. Swing on this, it makes a world of a difference. Here, instead of, you know, yeah, when you're on CT side, over here, you clear the angle normally, but then you start walking across. But if they're there, you just get different, right? So you can do this. Obviously, if you don't want to make noise, you can practice that. Like at least you're still like moving and jiggling a bit. You know? Ideally, you want to swing if you really want to swing that far. But you don't want to walk peek into anything. Yeah. In the concept of, so there was a smoke here that you wanted to blow up, right? That you were on the empty side, and they threw a smoke here, right? What you did was you tossed it like this, right? Which is fine. Like it's that, like the intention is you don't want them here, right? But you could do the same thing while like getting up close and like going straight up. This is like half a second to react with this, right? And in this case, this is like even better demonstrated in like longer range fights, like only in the outside smokes. Right? Normally, if you're on T side and you hear bounce, you at least take a look, right? Or like something like this, it's super obvious, right? But if you like middle click, so left and right click, and just toss it up somewhere high, it doesn't hit the ground. No time to react, and it's like a surprise, right? So when you can, when you want to break smokes, try to give as little time as you can for them to react. So like high, more than enough. Even if like you're up close and personal, you just like toss it right in the air, bounce. Like this is smoke here, for example, you want to break. Up. Right? It's still better than expected. Right? The reason why you break smokes is because you want to surprise them, right? You want to peek them in the smoke. But it's not a surprise if you nade and they hear you and they bounce on the ground. So when you're playing Graham, you often take out your smoke really early. Like you're running, and you play your smoke here. Just try to limit the amount of time you have, like maximize the time you have with a knife in your hand, so you can get to angles like this a lot faster. Okay, this is clear. The smoke you're throwing was good, right? It lands deep. The problem is, you want to see the edge of the smoke whenever you throw a smoke. So if you see a smoke like this, any of these angles work. Like as long as you can see the edge of smoke, they're all good, right? But you started playing here. But the thing is, the advantage of the smoke ends whenever the smoke ends. Like if they walk through here, they don't get punished from the smoke that you threw. Then it's back to like they might surprise you because you might think, oh, they can't walk through this, or oh, they'll probably make sound if they walk through. But no. And there was one round where there was a guy here. There was two guys, right? And you had an XM. So again, you were here. You were playing back here, and then you were like W and D, right? Just if you want to swing it, like AD, right? They swing it to you. And then remember how I said you should fall back after the first kill, if possible? But the guy didn't peek immediately. You had time to do this, and then you could swing out again. That's what I meant. So the guy swinging, he started to move right? But if you like take the shots, fall back, and then swing again, use the advantage again, and you have the advantage now. Because he's the one who's already finished swinging, and now you're the one swinging it to him. Yeah. Is there anything else? Can't think of anything else right now, but yeah, the biggest thing I noticed is your peeking. Make sure you're like actually peeking angles, not like don't slow walk into angles, that's for sure. Don't walk into angles, but definitely if you are slow walking, don't press W either. It makes it even harder for you to strafe. Like always try to maximize your time. Like A and D. Minimize pressing W. Yeah, it's like for example, when you clear this, WA, WD, right? Once you clear this, then you can walk straight. You're not picking any new angles when you walk straight, right? You want to minimize the time you can get seen. You don't want to like go this way, because then there's more angles, right? So to minimize it, you walk on the left, and then you go again. Strafe, strafe, strafe. Right, you walk a bit W, and then now you can strafe again, strafe, strafe. Right? And this is just like practice. Like you can it's like you walk along this wall, so they don't see you on these angles, right? You're not walking like this. You could do this. There's different ways of doing it. Because like on this way, you're closer to the wall, so you appear faster. What's the concept? I guess I could teach you now. So, when you're closer to the wall and you swing, you go much further relative to the wall from their perspective than if you. So like, if there was a guy close and he swung to maximum here, right? But if he's from afar, to see him, you gotta go like this, but it's not like this, right? Like honestly, angle you do this. It's less distance for this guy who's holding it to adjust. So if he's holding like this, and you just holding it tighter, and you just walk, and you just like peek the backside, easier for him. But if you're up close, you can you see him a lot faster in your swing. Yeah. So yeah, try to keep that in mind when you swing. Decide you can choose to peek from far if you want. It's easier. But it's also easier for him to kill you. Whereas if you're closer, you just gotta be better at pre-aiming. So like, you can like jiggle, but be careful when you jiggle up close because they can see you first. But it's also way stronger if you swing and like you aim in the right spot. So if he's actually here, you're gonna destroy him if you swing like that. Yeah, and make sure when you swing, like if you're trying to swing this angle, right? You don't want to swing when you're close and then swing, because you have almost no speed, right? So what you want to do, if you want to swing this angle, give it a bit of space between the angle and where you are, so you can like swing into the angle with maximum velocity. So you do this, right? You have more space to like speed up, right? And at a certain like range, you won't make sound. So like, this is like practice, but like if you, I know like here, if I won't make noise, but I'll still generate good speed to fight this. Whereas if you like get up close and then like you're not moving that much, the velocity isn't that high, it's easier to get killed. And yeah, the thing about the angles, if you're up close versus further away, I demonstrated that one round in vent. So you heard them like here, they were mauling shit. You heard them here. But we were standing here, right? The problem is this: this close to the thing, whereas he was like all the way back here. And the way angles work is just like if you're up close, they can see you way before you can see them, right? Like remember, like you were here, and it basically seemed like he was here on your screen, like you couldn't see him at all, but he was like already here. He could see half your body. So yeah, similar things like if you're here, like you're closer to this angle at red than Secret is. So if you're here, Secret can see you even though you can't see any of them, just because of how far you are to the angle. So just be careful with these angles. So like it seems like whenever it seems like they're shooting you but you don't see them at all, like that's probably why. And yeah, I think that's